Hello my lovely angels, this is your girl Sim, back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi! So this is the last one I'm filming for the 12 days of Advent, but I don't know when I'm going to post this, so it might show up in the middle somewhere, you know. But this is for the Western Wednesdays, and I'm so proud of myself to have made 12 videos in a row. It's insane. It's like I still have to edit them because we just managed filming them, but I'll manage to do it. Today's video is a little special for me, so I know it's not going to be the last day for sure. So I do want to share all these fragrances with you. These are Western perfumes that define me. Okay, so these are my signature perfumes from the Western counterparts. Yeah, normally you see me with all these Middle Eastern ones. I have a feeling that people might be able to guess, especially if you're my OG followers. You might be able to be like, yep, we know what's coming up, you know. But all in all, like few of them might be surprises for you, and we'll see how it goes. So the first one is, I'm gonna start with like, maybe I should start with the age, you know, like how old these perfumes are. So the first one is by Givenchy, and this is Haute Couture. This is 100 ml, this is the EDP. The EDT also smells just fine. You can buy whichever one you want. I absolutely love this perfume. I've been wearing this for more than 2 decades, I think. I know, okay, not 2 decades, but at least for 15 years. Like, I know this is like a very, very old perfume. And I don't know whether it's reformulated or not because it doesn't smell exactly how it used to smell, but I still quite love this, right? This is one of like the sexiest perfumes that you'll come across. By the way, this is another perfume that you need to spray on your skin because it'll smell different on the strip. It'll smell different on your clothes. You need to wear this on your skin. What does it smell like? This is considered to be a floral, but in my opinion, I just cannot put this into a category, which is why I had fallen in love with this perfume. You know how I love like perfumes that are weird, you know, you cannot categorize them. The closest thing that comes to mind that's similar to this is YSL's Cinema, and I have that perfume as well. I really wanted to include that as well, but I just thought like since I'm having the Haute Couture, it's pointless to have 2 of them that smell similar. On Fragrantica, this has got 4.1. It was released in 2000. So yeah, of course, like 2 decades, I was right. Like, because when it was released, it was like very, very popular. There were ads everywhere, and I remember I used it right from the beginning. So I absolutely, like, for me, this is such a signature scent. Imagine using a perfume for 20 years, you know? Yeah, there was a gap in between where I didn't use it, and I recently got this one. That's why like it is not like that much used. But this one is something I also don't use religiously because I don't want to get fed up of this perfume. You know, it's just one of those fragrances that I love so much, and I would never, ever, ever want to get sick of it. The top notes for this are raspberry, bergamot, and orange. Middle notes of pepper, vetiver, and magnolia, and the base notes of sandalwood, amber, and musk. So although it's like a nice, gentle, floral, fruity fragrance, but it has that pepper, and there's something in it. And I'm telling you guys, I think it's a mixture of vetiver and pepper that creates this extreme sexiness. It's so alluring. It smells like a completely different woman. You know, it's like a special woman, probably the one that got away, you know. And you know, her memories are this fragrance. It's wow. Sometimes I'm so proud of myself, you know. This is like not realistic fruits at all. Plus in the background you do smell like, again, it's the same weird thing. It's like a touch of tobacco or a touch of like suede leather or something that's there that is giving it like that little twist. Then it's definitely not your typical fruity or floral. Now, yeah, it is described as a fruity floral, but for me, it's also very gourmand. Like, I can't describe it. It just smells very, very strange. It's not something that you've smelled before. I can't describe this as a shampoo smell or like a fragrance smell or like a cleaning smell or anything. I can tell you it's fresh. Fresh, but at the same time, it's very, very sexy. I'm gonna spray this on my hand because like, I don't want to keep spraying my paper strip. It's just such a beautiful, I don't know what to say. By the way, guys, like many people on Fragrantica and everything, they were saying that it smells like gasoline. Keep it for some time. Something is wrong. Or you got a bad batch. Like, it's not supposed to smell like gasoline. It's supposed to smell like a peppery, fruity floral, you know? Oh, see, it's like, oh, like the moment, there's this weird thing in it, and I think it's the pepper with the vetiver. It's like this weirdness about it that's like a mysterious thing. It's like almost like somebody, like a creature living in the forest, like a woman or a creature who's very, very gorgeous, and she entices people and then they disappear and die. Off late, I've been so morbid. I don't know what's wrong with me. Probably it's like I'm approaching my days or something and I'm just becoming like a murderous psychopath, you know, like I need to stop, you know. So this one is like a 10 out of 10. By the way, in this, please regard all these fragrances to be 10 out of 10. They are my signature scents, so they cannot be less than 10. And being a Western counterpart, like I just cannot be like more certain, like that these are the ones I want to keep forever, you know. The projection for this is like 2 to 3 feet. Longevity is like, if you use the eau de parfum, it's like 6+ hours. It goes up to 8. Stays on your skin as a skin scent for 24 hours. And it's a very feminine fragrance. I don't think a guy can use this. Like, please, I'm very sorry. But this for me is like a very seductive woman. And the celebrity, I don't know. I would not give this to anybody because this is like my signature scent. So all these perfumes for me, no, I won't. Some of them, like Haute Couture, it's like I've been using it for 2 decades. So like obviously this is like something I can't associate this with anybody else. The next one I'm sure everybody was expecting because I have like made videos after videos about this one and its dupes. This is the La Nuit Trésor. Now, while this is the 2019 version of La Nuit, I used to use La Nuit like from like when it was released in 2000 something, you know. This like is like a fruity floral gourmand. It's probably one of the sweetest fragrances out there, and I know for fact not everybody will like this. But for men to smell this on me, I mean not men, for my husband to smell this on me, it's like one of the most seductive perfumes for him. Like literally I feel like when you are like in your lingerie and everything, and if you smell this, like if it's like your date night or something, like oh my gosh, it's so seductive. It almost smells like a drink that you would drink and get high on it or something. Like it's very, I don't know what you call that, what's that word? Not seductive, but it's like forbidden, you know, something that was forbidden and you had it, you know. Very, very stunning perfume. It is rated 4.12 on Fragrantica, and I think this is also because, and by the way, this rating is for the 2019. The one before this was a bit more chocolatey and that one was so much better, but I'm perfectly happy with this one as well. It's very, very like similar to the old one. It's just a little less cloying. So I think they kind of changed the formula so that people would be like okay with it and it would become like a mass-pleasing perfume. The top notes for this are raspberry, lychee and bergamot, middle notes of rose and olibanum, base of Tahitian vanilla, patchouli and papyrus. It starts off like super tart, like sweet but tart, and the lychee is like juicy, you know. Like they're very realistic fruits. They're not like fake fruits. Like I feel the raspberry is smelling like raspberry. The lychee is smelling like real lychee, but like a lychee that was very, very sweet. And then you have the startiness of the bergamot. The rose is a super dark one. Like it exudes like feminine energy, a dark feminine energy, and it just makes you like feel like entrapped like in this air of all those like beautiful fruits, and then the rose comes in and just like seizes you and you don't know what happened. Now there's no chocolate listed in this, so that's why like, but I do feel like there's some chocolate in this. So all the dupes that are for La Nuit Trésor, like the Modeste Deux, couple of other ones, all of these I layer them with Choco Musk of Al Rihab, and they smell very, very nice. And that's when it starts smelling very similar to the OG one as well. But I do not overspray the Choco Musk, obviously, because I don't want to overpower this scent, right? It's very stunning. It's a femme fatale, like a vixen, like a woman who is meant, like created to seduce people, you know, a little bit like a villainous vibe as well. Like I really like this fragrance. I still remember the first time I saw the ad of, it was not the La Nuit Trésor, that was the Trésor, just the Trésor, you know, and that was also kind of like the whole like attracting a guy, you know. It's like, it was a weird ad. As a kid, I always found that ad like super weird, but it kind of like makes sense now. This is again something like a love potion, like I say for Amethyst as well. Like it's a seductive, it's like a bottle, like even the bottle looks like a diamond or something, but it might as well be a love potion. The season for this is any season, but it should be worn in the evening or night. The longevity is like 6 hours, projection is like 3 feet at least. I don't think I have the full bottle, by the way, but this is the one I could afford, so I bought this one. Now, the brand ambassador for this was Penelope Cruz, but in my opinion, this perfume should have been represented by, what's her name? Marion Cotillard. And I think like the way she looks, the way she is like French, and like, you know, the whole hair and everything, like this reminds me of her. The next one, of course, is Lantady. Now I know everybody doesn't like Lantady. Well, I do. I love Lantady. It's a very playful, fruity fragrance. Starts off with this beautiful pear, a pear that like made me fall in love with pear, and everybody told me like get the pear ink as well. I smelled it in a shop, and yes, it smells very much like the pear which is in this one, and I will get it. I just need a 50 ml bottle. I don't want to buy a full bottle and pay that price, you know. On Fragrantica, this has got 3.95 and it is considered an amber floral, which makes sense. The top notes for this are pear and bergamot, which is why you have that very fruity, very nice, the pear, but with the bergamot makes it feel like fresh and juicy and nice. But in the middle notes, you have tuberose, orange blossom and jasmine sambac. So it's like a pure white floral. So the people who usually do not like this fragrance, I know for a fact that they do not like white florals. And there are a lot of people who do not like tuberose because it becomes like this bubblegummy kind of thing. And by the way, in this, it's in a very bubblegummy sense. So yeah, it will give you that bubblegummy thing. And even the jasmine is not indolic. It's like the bubblegummy jasmine, the creamy jasmine. Orange blossom like being perfect, you know. The base notes are patchouli, vanilla, ambroxan and vetiver. The vetiver is very like earthy right now in this, along with the patchouli, but then the sweetness of vanilla and ambroxan, making the perfume like perfect. It's like perfection. Like I don't even know what to say about this perfume. Audrey Hepburn, and I did not even know the story about Audrey Hepburn, but it kind of does hint because you know the bottle with this lace. No one had told me this, and I just happened to get this vibe that smells classic and it smells like Audrey Hepburn. And you know why? Because the bottle itself hints that, right? Look at the bottle, look at that strap. Does it remind you of like a nice, very nice black dress, you know? So this, then later on, one of my friends on YouTube, she actually told me about this perfume initially having been created for Audrey Hepburn, and then now it's in the market, etc, etc. And that's when I like read the whole history of her friendship with the Givenchy dude. And I think it's stunning. It actually represents exactly when you think of Audrey Hepburn, her modernity even back in the days, her charisma, her charm, you know, her haircut, everything was so unique, so different, very dainty, very like, you know, how thin she is and everything. It just gives that Audrey Hepburn vibe. And I absolutely think this is a stunning, stunning, stunning fruity floral, whatever you might call it. Like the pear note kind of never goes away. It mixes with the white florals. And yes, it is a little bubblegummy, and I like that, you know. And towards the end, you have the sweetness of the vanilla and the ambroxan, along with the earthiness. Oh my gosh, it's like perfection. This perfume is like 10 out of 10 gorgeous. And of course, the celebrity is Audrey Hepburn. For me, this is like all year round, and you can wear it anytime. And this is a very, 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 very feminine perfume. So I don't think a dude can pull this off. Like, it's super feminine. And the projection for this is like a good 2 to 3 feet. Surprisingly, it projects a lot. And the longevity is also like a good like 6 to 8 hours. Like for me, it lasts quite long. But I know for a fact that I overspray like all my perfumes. So I kind of get anosmic to all my fragrances, and then I keep spraying it, which is why people know me as a perfume girl, because they can always smell me because I'm reapplying perfumes all the time. Am I talking too fast again? I need to slow down. Yeah. The next one has been my signature scent since it was released. Ali kind of knows me as this scent because when him and me were getting to know each other, when we used to hang out even as friends, like I used to wear this perfume all the time, and everybody kind of was like, this is like Celine, and nobody was wearing this perfume. I don't know why. This is the Alien by Mugler. Now this is of course the L'Oreal version, not the original very, very suffocating strong perfume. Well, I did not think it was suffocating and strong. Indolic, but I would love it. But this one is like a so much more toned down version. I guess L'Oreal made it this way so that people would buy it more and it would become like a mass favorite. Now this one actually has only 3 notes, which is, you know, that's bullshit, you know. Sorry, I shouldn't say that online. The rating for this is 4 on Fragrantica, and this is of course a floral scent, but they categorize it as an amber woody scent. The notes are just jasmine sambac, cashmerean and amber. That's it. And honestly speaking, it just smells like a very, very, very well done jasmine. Like it doesn't smell like anything else. It's sweet, it's creamy. At the same time, it's indolic. It has this softness about it, but it's powerful. If you're not fond of white florals or if you're not fond of jasmine, stay away from this perfume because this is a jasmine bomb. This is literally like you went into a place where there's only jasmine flowers. And you know how jasmine flowers, especially that night jasmine, when it blooms at night, there is this presence of this perfume and it goes on for miles and miles. It's so strong, it projects. This one is the same. You wear it, and if you're sitting in one place, for example, if you're sitting in the office in one place, like it'll spread throughout the office, like everybody can smell this perfume, and it stays in the air in such a nice way. Now obviously if you stick your nose to it, you know, like, and try and smell it like that, yeah, you're gonna choke yourself. And no perfume is meant to be smelled like this, you know. So even when you go to the shop, please just try and do that, so you'll know exactly how the perfume is gonna smell like, not like, you know, and then also gets stuck to your nose and everything else gets like polluted, you know, like, or adulterated. So this is like forever and ever and ever, it'll be my favorite perfume. One of my sorry, not my favorite, but one of my favorite perfumes. And this one was the top signature scent for me. This one and the Haute Couture. These were two perfumes that I wore so much, and I've been wearing them for decades now, and it's insane that I still have them and still love them, and that's saying a lot, right? Especially since I have all these perfumes going on. I try so many new perfumes, but it's very rare that a perfume comes and stays in my heart like this. This goes for around $100, I guess, like, give or take, you know. I bought it at a discounted price last year, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or a year before that, I'm not sure. It's been a long time, by the way. So yeah, I have this for some time, at least a year and a half now. And I had bought this in summer and I still wore it in summer. This smells much better at night. It's a very sexy fragrance to go for date nights as well. I did not include this in my date night fragrance because, like, this is very personal for me. And although it should have been in a date night fragrance video, I try to make that with only Middle Eastern fragrances. If I make a separate one for Western ones, it'll be a whole deal again, you know. So this one, of course, is like a seductive perfume, very, very interesting. People will want to come and talk to you, like they will want to get to know you, but they'll be scared of you, you know, because they are like, just people will think you're out of their league, you know. And this is one of those kind of fragrances which makes people feel like you're unapproachable a little bit, which is nice in some ways. But when you're going for a date and stuff, the guy just knows that you're his, and like, he'll be proud, you know. Very, very beautiful scent. And also, like, for intimate times and everything, this is like a very, very pretty scent, like very night bloom, seductive kind of scent. 10 out of 10, of course. And I think the celebrity I had given this to was Ana de Armas, you know. I don't know why, but kind of like I feel like she's like the closest that I can imagine being in sync with this kind of perfume. Now, last but not the least is a new fragrance, and this one, I knew it 100%. The moment it touched my skin, I was like, yup, this is going to be a signature scent, and this is going to be one of my favorite Western gourmands. This is none other than Dolce & Gabbana Devotion. First of all, packaging, A1. There's nothing on it, like literally nothing. The cap is simple, but it's just this. Can you see the gorgeousness of that? Ugh. And it smells like a lemon pie or lemon tart or lemon key lime pie or something, you know. Like initial blast, like let it settle, because in the beginning you just get like this candied lemon, and the notes are just that. Like, notes are very simple. The top notes is candied lemon, which is exactly what you get. Middle notes of orange blossom, panna cotta and rum, and the base notes of vanilla. So it's all very, the white floral and candied lemon to create that lemony, but at the same time creaminess, you know. But then you have your panna cotta, your rum and your vanilla. So you feel like there's like the base of the tart, you know, the solid base, the crispiness. Then you have like your cream in the middle, and then you have your candied lemon on the top. Oh my gosh. This perfume is so addictive, so addictive. I can't stop smelling myself when I spray this. I feel so good about myself. And when I spray this, it's like literally like, you know, when you're obsessed with yourself and you're smelling yourself again and again, you can't really believe that you're smelling that good. Which is why I got so impressed with this perfume that immediately I was like, I know this perfume forever, ever. It's gonna go on for decades. Just like Alien, just like Haute Couture, just like your La Nuit Trésor. Yeah, I know L'Interdit is a bit new, but it's been there with me for quite some time now. Same with this guy. And this one, I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of it as well, because in Dubai, it's like really hot. You have like 8 to 9 months of hot weather, hot. Like when you go out, you start feeling like you're gonna die, you know. So this one will be like very, very useful for me because I do want a gourmand, but that will not choke me during summer. And this is that perfection. This is like, you know, for some reason, it just reminds me of Italy. It reminds me of Amalfi or one of those places, you know, like somewhere where you go and you enjoy and you feel like this connection to the place. You don't want to leave that place. You want to settle down over there and not go back to your home at all, you know. Going around on Vespas and everything. Like I think I said this like even in my review for this perfume. By the way, it's very, very oily. So like you can see my skin is like shining now, you know. So it's super oily. So the strength of the perfume is quite a bit. It's compared to Lira by Xerjoff. I agree, it does. But the lemoniness in this one is like really, really strong. And this doesn't have spices at all. Some people say it smells like a lemon biscuit. Yeah. You know those cream biscuits you get, like where it's sandwiched, like you have the biscuit and then you have, but it should be like a good quality one. It cannot be like a regular like brand that sells in every supermarket. It has to be like a nice one, either from Marks and Spencer's or like from some like bakery, and it's like created like specially and sold at an expensive price, not in packets, you know. So I love this perfume, guys. This is like a 10 out of 10. It's probably one of my favorite gourmands right now. I will be wearing this a lot. I'm going to fill atomizer immediately after filming this. I'm going to put this in an atomizer and keep it in my purse because I would want people to smell this and think it's me, you know. I want to own it. The projection is like 2 feet, not more than that. But the longevity of this perfume is surprisingly very, very long. The candied lemon does start like fading away, but it's always there. Like that little bit of lemon is always there. So it cuts through that sweetness, the gourmand sweetness of this, and still smells like really, really pretty. Like till the end of the day, you're still smelling it, but it's only on your skin then, right? So that's it, guys. Today I actually finished filming 12 days of Christmas, the 12 days off, you know, and I'm very happy with myself, but now I have to get to editing, and that's gonna take like a very, very long time. And I'm like actually kind of afraid that, because I know like my back and my arms like start hurting a lot every time I edit, and these are gonna be like a lot of videos because they have to go back to back, starting from December 14th till Christmas. So wish me luck that I'll be able to do it and not get sick or something during that time, because the last thing I want during this time is after filming and working this hard, I end up getting a fibromyalgia attack and I'm bedridden. So just pray for me, guys. Like, you know, when you pray, when you go to the church or mosque or, you know, the temple or whatever religion you're, wherever you are, all your prayers like combined together, like I just feel like just please respect each other. I don't want to go into politics and religion because that's the worst thing you can do on a channel. Just please respect each other. That's all, you know. And please pray for me, whatever religion you are. Please pray for me and I'll pray for you. And I'll pray that everybody just lives in peace and be happy. I'll see you next time, guys. This is your girl Sim saying adieu, and probably I'll see you after the holidays now. Bye.